make it practical for us. Perhaps it might be really nice if you take us through a day in the life of someone going through this intention, right, of optimal performance. And do you, what is the protocol? What is it? What is it like, so that all of us could understand a day in the life of putting your intentions to optimizing performance, and how do you usually advise on the use of, let's say, a plant medicine in any form? What's it really, what happens on a day-to-day basis? What's the
Sure.
protocol?
That's a great question. Well, first of all, the first activity is to develop your rituals. And all of us need some sort of morning and evening ritual. And there are a lot of variations of this. We hear about it constantly, but are you actively being consistent in that ritual? And what I mean by ritual is something that keeps you, let's say, keeps you honest in your everyday goal. And in the morning, and like you asked, Lou, how does that look? It looks like when you're waking up, what is the first thing that you're thinking of? And then it's moving into some sort of level of hydration. Then it's moving into the exposure of positive light. Then it's now what I like to call getting your mind right. And it's moving into some sort of meditative practice. And what we like to teach is that there are a variety of forms of meditative practicing. It's not just all sitting in a beautiful yard and with your hands on your knees and umming. There are many variations that you can move into a meditative state. Me personally, I meditate in the middle of the gym after a workout with everybody around. But it enables me to fall into a state of 15 minutes of thinking through, after I've done that physical activity, of thinking through what is going to go on today and who do I need to reflect on and how do I need to reflect on myself. That type of synergistic practice on a regular basis. Then you go about your day and then you close and you repeat the same thing, just in an almost reverse level, where you begin to quiet your mind. And I like to use this as Lou, you know, what Ram Dass used to say: quiet your mind, open your heart. Quiet your mind, open your heart. In that evening segment, it's that quieting of the mind. And a lot of us forget, especially with our phones, our TVs, we forget that that quieting of the mind is such an important aspect. And the opening of the heart part is when you're lying there and you're expressing a level of gratitude, where whether you're in a praying situation, you're just sitting on your bed or sitting on your couch, you're laying back, you're just showing gratitude for what the day brought you. That
And
level of expression. Go ahead,
I'm
Lou,
sorry.
sorry.
No, no, please. Is the repetition, the routine, how important is it for people to feel comfortable in repeating that practice versus changing routines or disrupting routines? What's your guidance on that?
So I'm a big believer in routines, but routines always need to be adjusted, right? You never want to get yourself into the same routine over and over again, because like anything else, that's muscle memory. That's that's brain reactive memory. So in the athletic sector, you can, the one thing you'll notice about someone going to the gym that you see there every single day, but nothing really ever happens, is because they're doing the same repetitive thing over and over and over again. Now, ritual is based upon I'm doing something, but that can change quite often, but you're following some sort of the same pattern. Just like, hey, I'm in the area of I'm shutting down by 8:30. Right. Well, what does shutting down mean? Well, one day could mean this, one day could mean something else. One day you could be meditating, one day you could be reading, one day you could be having a conversation with your partner, a quiet, soft conversation with your partner to begin quieting your mind. It can vary. And it's very good to shift that up so that they don't become muscle memory or patterned.
Yeah.
type situations, because that's when we forget, and we forget the why. Why are we actually doing this, and what is it doing for me? Now we're just falling into a hamster wheel pattern. And that's something that we get through in a lot of the coaching, is how do you eliminate those consistent hamster patterns that we have no idea that we're actually falling in. I ask the people listening is, how many areas of your life do you think that you are patterning without even really knowing? A lot of us do this. If you're in the city, try this one out. Try walking through your normal walk tomorrow on the way to work, and try to find something that you have never realized was there on your walk. When you do that, you'll recognize yourself. Wow, I take this same walk every day. I had no idea that that big, amazing thing is staring right in me, right at me each and every day. I didn't even know it. That's patterning.
Yes. Blessings to all of us who have the privilege to walk in the morning, walk to work, or have a chance to have a walk before embarking on the day.